Did you know that there are two oil palm companies listed on the Nigerian stock exchange market, and each of the company is valued at over ₦1 trillion? Did you also know that Nigeria imports oil palm produce close to $600 million on a yearly basis to meet up with our local demands? Did you also know that an oil palm plantation, when taken good care of, can keep fruiting and paying you for up to 70 years? I want you to do your findings on this tree and let me know in the comment section. Now, let me ask you, why haven't you invested in this big, massive oil palm plantation market that is happening both in Nigeria and in the global market? Now, I will show you what you stand to gain when you invest in an oil palm plantation. Let's get there. If you invest in an acre of oil palm, an acre, it will give you 60 oil palm trees. And it can fruit for you on a yearly basis. The oil that you will generate from it on a yearly basis, minimum, is like 2,100 liters. And max, it can generate for you 4,000 liters. Now, if we divide both, minimum, you can get 84 gallons of 25 liters if you divide both by 25 liters. And max, you can get 160 gallons of 25 liters. Based on the current market price of oil palm for 25 liters, it is 65,000 naira. 65,000 times 84 gallons. This will give you 5,460,000 naira at the minimum yield. Maximum yield, when you multiply 65,000 by 160 gallons, it will give you 10,400,000 naira on a yearly basis. These are what you would get. This is what you would get when you invest in an acre. And how much does an acre cost? It costs just 3.2 million naira. One-off payment. This is one-off payment that you pay. And you get this yield. You either get, at the minimum, you get 5.460. Now imagine if you have 10 acres of oil palm that is producing for you year in, year out. Meaning that you multiply this by 10. This at minimum times 10. This times 10 would give you 54,600,000 on a yearly basis. And the maximum will give you 104 million on a yearly basis. This is what you stand to get when you invest. Position yourself strategically. These are not just mere investment. These are structural investment that will keep paying you, and it will pay you while you are active and while you are not active. And it will also pay your children and possibly your grandchildren. That is how much an oil palm can give to you. Now, what if you invest in an hectare of oil palm plantation? What do you stand to gain? Let's break it down. An hectare of oil palm valued at 8 million naira investment would give you 150 oil palm trees. To give you 150 oil palm trees, and minimum yield of palm oil you get when it's not doing well, minimum yield. Yield is 5,400 liters. Maximum yield is 11,000 liters. This is what you get. When we divide each by 25 liters keg, minimum we get 216 gallons of 25 liters. Maximum we get 440 gallons of 25 liters. When you multiply this by the current market value, which is 65,000 times 206 gallons, What you stand to get is 14,040,000 naira at minimum on a yearly basis. Remember, you invest with 8 million naira for an hectare. At maximum, it will give you 28,600,000 yearly. This is what you get yearly at maximum, and this is what you get yearly and at minimum. And remember, you're using just 8 million naira to set up the oil palm plantation. Now, what if you now multiply this number by 3, by 5, by 10, whatever you deem convenient for you? Because investment in oil palm is not for today. It's for those many years that you won't have to work by yourself, but you keep benefiting from the system you put in place. You will not be the only person that will benefit from the system. Your children will benefit from the system, and possibly your grandchildren will also benefit from this system. These are the things and the benefit you stand to gain when you invest in oil palm plantation. I have acres and hectares of oil palm currently selling. For more information, you can contact me through the numbers on your screen. Remember, it is better for you to have it and not need it than for you to need it and not have it. You will not be active forever. And whatever you put in place today would help cater for you not actively working. Thank you.